My name is Gentleman Jugg,
And I'm Son.
and welcome back to the Gentleman Juggcast, episode 51?
Sure.
Yeah, we're on 51. Holy shit. How you doing today, boy?
It's okay.
It's okay?
Yeah.
Okay, well, hey, we got another one for you this week. What's this movie this week, boy?
Batman.
Batman. Yes, that's right. Yes. Thank you for saying it that way, boy. This is Batman. That came out in 1989.
Not Batman 89.
Okay, it's Batman.
Batman, all caps, with this with the symbol in the back.
Damn, yes.
Not this Batman 89. And
I mean, I know that's what we call it. I get it. I'm not complaining. I know that's what we call it. But this movie was called Batman.
we don't call him the Dark Knight. The Dark Knight 2008.
Yeah, we don't say that. Okay. Anyways, I love this movie, boy, and I can't wait to talk about it. Still, 1989, movie came out. What was I doing? I was busy being 7 or 8, with my brother at on opening night. We saw this in theaters. When it came out, my dad came and he took us from what was it? He picked up me and my brother from school. We went and got Batman shirts. And then we went to go see Batman. It's probably playing on every screen in Dallas at the time.
Batman.
Yeah. Um, I also remember. I think Ghostbusters 2 was also out around the same time.
But it wasn't as big as Batman, was it?
Oh hell no, hell no. I really feel like Batman, if it would have came out, like it would have been one of those $1 billion movies because this thing hit the world hard. Um, like I remember seeing like a giant bat symbol billboard in downtown Dallas, and I was like, this is nuts. This is wild. Um,
Can we get billboards like that now?
I mean, they have them, but I mean, like, the problem is that superhero movies these days come out all the damn time,
Um,
right?
until they eventually disappear.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't think they'll be disappearing anytime soon. They're just too big of a deal. The MCU's still going.
I just, just I feel like the one day it's gonna crash. Unfortunately,
Mm, I don't doubt it, but it's been a great run so far, and it's still going. So, I mean, we got Batman and the Flash coming out this year. We already saw the Robert Pattinson Batman, and I thought that was a good movie.
that was
So
the Batman. This is Batman.
yeah, this is just Batman. Um, so I'm gonna get into this. All right, so this movie starts, and it has got a very kick-ass theme, right?
Yep,
Um,
it's the Lego Batman theme.
you can call it that if you want to. This theme did not show up with Lego Batman. I can tell you that shit right now. It was fantastic. And it's done by Danny Elfman. And it's one of the few songs from Danny Elfman that I like. There's probably more. I don't know all of them. But I know I like this song.
Yeah, I like this one too.
It's a great song. It's one of those kind of score. I don't listen to movie scores very often, but I listen to shit out of this. Um, Once the score is over, we see Gotham, and I know that it's a matte painting. They got flickering lights and blah blah blah. But this is 7-year-old Jugg who saw this movie. Okay, and 7-year-old Jugg did not know what he was looking at. I thought this was a real place. You know, they made Gotham look freaking perfect, right? Like it was nasty, it was grungy, it was dirty. This was like how in the comics. Now, I didn't read comics too much at that age. The hell is your problem? What is wrong with you? But like I say, this at this particular point in time, there was a lot of uh, uh, grunge in these movies, a lot of lived in dirt in these movies, and this one was great. Um, but then you see a family just walking through Gotham trying to get a taxi cab, I guess, to go home. I assume it's like middle of the night, and it's a mother, a son, and a boy, and the boy gets propositioned by a a lady of the evening, and she propositioned this. I think he's 12,
Yeah.
12-year old boy. She's like, "How you doing?" And the mother, of course, rightfully pulls him away. Which yes, but I'm like, really, woman? What the hell?
It's Gotham.
It's Gotham.
It's like the show Gotham. It's Gotham.
It's
Anything happens.
anything that can happen will happen. Anyways, the family decides to walk down an alley because they can't get a taxi, and the family gets robbed. And apparently, Batman saw this, and
And he just kind of watched it
he watched it the whole time.
and then just walked away.
Yeah. So um,
It looked weird.
the way that the shadow moved, yeah, it looked very weird.
I mean, I know what they were going for, but
It just looked weird. I don't give a shit. I liked it. Okay, I don't give a fuck. So the criminals are talking about what they just did, and then one of them brings up the Batman, and uh, in the background you see the Batman showing up. Now I'm looking at this with nostalgic eyes, and nostalgia's a huge son of a bitch. And I saw Batman come down, from where he came from, and I was like, "This is awesome." He's gonna kick the shit out of him, and that's exactly what he did. He shows up, and I was like, "This is awesome." He kicks dude through a freaking door, and that guy is done. And then the other guy, he just freaking picks him up, and he fucking says, "I'm Batman," and throws him off and flies off of the building, and that's it. And I was just like sitting here watching this with you, boy, and I was like, "This is awesome.
it still is.
This is fucking awesome." Okay. Um,
I always remember saying, "I want you to tell all your friends about me."
I want you to tell all your friends about me. And that's exactly what he was doing, because he's down there with the police, and he's like, "I'm telling you, man, it was a giant bat." Other guys all jacked up, but it's like he just kicked their ass and he left, right?
Yeah, they robbed someone. He didn't even give the people their money back. He just beat them up and
He
left.
just beat him up and he left.
Wreck everyone, leave.
That's exactly, he Roman Reigns him. He showed up, wrecked everyone, and left. So next thing we meet Jack Napier, and Jack Napier is being played by Jack Nicholson. And I mean, look,
Jack played Jack.
this movie itself, you know, Jack Nicholson playing the Joker, perfect casting, great casting. I know about the Nicholson deal; it's all great, but like, he wasn't really playing the Joker, right? He was
No.
playing himself,
Yeah.
basically,
But
with Joker makeup on.
yeah.
That's how I saw it. But I don't give a shit. He's Jack Napier at this point. So
And I think this is the first time I saw the Joker was this guy.
this was your first time seeing the Joker?
Yes.
Yeah, this is my first superhero movie to see in theaters.
I can't remember if this is the first time I've seen Batman, but I know it's the first Joker I've ever seen.
Yeah. So he's really cool. And I mean, we know what's gonna happen to him, but it's still cool. So uh Jack Napier meets a crooked cop. I think his name is Knox. Um,
Or Ed Cart or something.
Eckhart. That's what it is. It's Eckhart.
I always called him Ed Puzzle.
Yeah, Ed Puzzle. Okay. Turns out that him and Jack Napier, they got beef with each other. So and it looks like Jack is on the cusp of trying to take over the underworld.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So this town, next scene, is going through a 200th festival. I don't know what the 200th is for. I assume it's how long Gotham has been there, for 200 years. I'm guessing. But they don't really say. They just say it's a 200th festival.
On the 200th year, Batman shows up.
Right? And they want to have a freaking parade and a party. But how are they going to do that when they're $250,000 in debt? That's like New York City being $250,000 in debt. They got no money. Okay? Now, we've both been in New York.
Mm-hmm.
It does not look like they're in debt at all.
No.
But Gotham, apparently, which is supposed to be New York, is
Somehow.
somehow.
I guess they said all the criminals are scaring people away.
Yeah. So we then our eyes into this movie are actually from a reporter, and this reporter is He's playing Alexander Knox. He's his the guy playing him is Robert Wool, and yeah, he's fine. You know, I got no problem with him. He's basically our way in. He finds out all the things that we got to find out and shit like that until Vicky Vale, played by Kim Basinger, shows up, and then she ends up being our way in.
You noxed him.
Yeah, that's what she knoxed him. Yeah. Um, Turns out she just wants a Pulitzer Prize because she wants to study the Batman,
Just like Lois Lane.
just like Lois Lane wants to discover Superman. But she wants to win a Pulitzer Prize because she's a reporter, or she's actually a
Something.
photographer, really.
Yeah.
So, anyways, we meet Grissom, who's apparently Jack Napier is sleeping with Grissom's girlfriend, and he's upset about that. So therefore, at the same time, the government wants to get Grissom, and take him and put him in jail.
See, what's funny to me is like Grissom sounds like Mr. McMahon to me.
I don't see how he sounds like Mr. McMahon, but
He
if
just
you see it, then you see it.
I just see it. I'm like, it's kind of funny.
I guess. I don't know. I don't see it. I don't see it at all. Grissom himself, who's being played by his name is Jack Palance. Like, he does fine. He does fine. I'm not complaining about it. But his goal is that he wants Jack Napier dead because Jack is sleeping with his girlfriend. But at the same time, the government's trying to also get a hold of Grissom as well and put him behind bars so they can clean up the crime in Gotham, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the goal is that they have to go to Axis Chemicals and clear out all the bullshit that's in there that has Grissom's name on it, and that's it. And Grissom really wants Jack Napier to go in there and get it. Okay, so fine. Um, we go to Bruce Wayne's house. We see Vicky meeting Bruce Wayne, being played by Michael Keaton,
The Vulture.
the Vulture. Okay, or the Birdman, if you want to call him that, from that movie. Yeah. So Bruce Wayne's having a casino benefit at his house. I guess they need to raise money for this party for Gotham. You know, and at this point in particular time, Commissioner Gordon, who really has nothing to do in this movie, Commissioner Gordon is being played by Pat Hingle, and he has nothing to do really.
Yeah.
Like, all the other Batman movies that don't have him as Gordon in it, Gordon is a major player character. But in the next three movies after this one, he's nobody.
You may as well just put on a chicken suit.
Yeah, you might as well, because you don't know who the fuck he is.
Just put on a chicken suit and be like, yeah, I'm the police commissioner. Bok bok.
What? Okay. um. So, anyways, Bruce Wayne and Vicky Vale meet each other correct, like, outright, and Alfred, being played by Michael Goff. I think that's how you say his name, Michael Goff, right?
Or gal or something. I don't
Goff.
know. Goff.
I guess. I don't know. I think that's how you say his name. In any case, they go to he shoos Bruce Wayne to the Batcave. Okay, and it's fine. You know, you realize that Bruce Wayne has cameras in his house for what reason, I don't know.
There's 3 cameras behind this mirror,
There's like, yeah, this giant mirror, and there's 3 cameras back there.
all looking in the same direction.
Yeah,
Like, what's funny is that when Vicky Vale and I guess Knox were walking into this room, he was sneaking up behind them, but there's this giant mirror here and they didn't even see him behind there.
yeah, they never saw him standing behind them.
They just started talking trash like, yeah, this guy's just kind of weird, night helmet. Ooh.
Yeah, fucking, he's a weirdo, and he's like, okay, cool, but I'm Bruce Wayne.
I'm rich.
Yeah, and that's another thing. Bruce Wayne is not like a public figure.
Yeah, like she saw him, she's like, are you Bruce Wayne?
Yeah, nobody knows who this guy is. They just know he's a rich guy.
Some rich dude.
Some rich guy that lives somewhere.
Are you kidding me? Like, Lex Luthor and Superman's movies had more public figure than this.
Yeah, yes, you're exactly right. You are exactly right. So, um, we go to Axis Chemicals, and the crooked police are there to kill Napier. Um, and as soon as they get in there, Napier goes in there and realizes he's been duped, and a shootout begins to happen, and it's awesome. Okay, Gordon, he literally left the party and came straight here, so he's still in his tux. All right, and which I mean, if he would have gone home and changed into regular police clothes, I would have also gave him a shot. Like you had to, you went home and changed into your work clothes. What kind of asshole are you?
And I'm like, you showed up in a tux?
He was gonna. He's damned if he did and damned if he. I would have shit on him either way. I would have shit on him either way. But Batman shows up, starts owning ass, doing things he doesn't need to do, like punching a guy who's walking up behind him. He just backhands, and I'm like, you didn't need to really do that. Like I didn't know you were there.
It's funny, it's like he waited for him to go that way. He let the guy just shoot up the police and just kill some of them, and then he's like, okay, I gotta look cool though.
Yeah, punch him with my back turned. And I'm like, okay, okay, fine. You know what? Yes,
Yes.
yes, I'm down. All right. So eventually comes face to face with Batman, and he ends up going over the vat of acid like in the Killing Joke.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, whoops. you know, um,
You know, one thing I really like about this Batman that I didn't realize is that most of the other Batmans have like really like long fights where they're like just doing all kinds of stuff. I like how this one he just one shots everybody.
he basically one shots every single person.
I kind of like it. Like it makes him look more intimidating to the criminals
Oh yeah.
if he just one shots them.
So Bruce Wayne is going on a date with Vicky Vale, and the way that he goes on dates, he doesn't take him to fancy restaurants. No, no. He doesn't take him to like all over the planet. No, he doesn't do none of that shit. He invites you to his house and he has his butler make them soup.
And like he sits super far away from you at a long table.
How's the soup?
He sits at the head of the table.
He sits at the head of the table. I don't know. I mean, is it the head of the table?
Yeah,
I mean, it looks the same on the other side of the table.
yeah,
It's
but
not like he has a special chair.
he's got more soup.
I guess. I didn't see any soup in her fucking bowl, but he's like, how's the soup?
How, I like the way he just they're just sitting there and like they're all silent. He's just like, "How's the soup?"
In the middle of nowhere. She's like, what? I said, how's the soup? It's just like, this is the worst date ever. He had to take her to a different area just so they could freaking have a good time. You're not going to get in their panties, with, eating
How's the soup?
with how's the soup. Okay. But whatever. So, Joker is next at a plastic surgeon, I guess. I guess he's a plastic surgeon.
Joker said he was, so I have to believe it.
I have to believe it. And it's great. The scene is fantastic. Just laughing at what's going on. And what did you say when you saw this movie the first time?
I said that this is my first time seeing the Joker. So when I started seeing this, I'm like, oh, so that's the guy Batman's supposed to fight. Because I knew all the other villains, but I'd never seen. I always heard about the Joker. He was like a mysterious like figure. Because I would always hear everyone say the Joker. He's pretty cool, and I'm like, who is this? I'm like, it's the Penguin, man. And then I saw this, I'm like, oh, so that's the Joker.
Yeah. This same Joker goes right to Grissom, and then we get the first true reveal of the Joker. And it's just as awesome as I remembered it. It's great.
One thing I like that you said that you were saying during is that the Joker was just talking like in the shadows, but you could see his smile.
Oh hell yeah! Oh hell yeah!
That's cool.
It looked cool in the dark. It looked great, especially in HD, where you can see all the freaking models and buildings that are supposed to be real. Like we're supposed to think that they're real buildings, but they're just models.
It gets worse later.
Oh yeah, but I don't give a shit. I don't care. So Vicky Vale sleeps with Bruce Wayne, and then like she tries to get more comfortable. She turns over, and then she sees Bruce Wayne is sleeping upside down. And I mean, like I was telling you when we were watching this, why didn't she get up and go over to him like, hey, the fuck are you doing?
She's like, oh, rich people.
They do weird things.
Yeah.
They do weird things.
It's like, I feel like he just does he just do this like when he's by himself too, and then Alfred's comes in the morning, he's like upside down?
You need to cut the shit, dude. You can't be, when we have guests here, you sleep in the bed. Okay. All right. So,
I wonder if he's ever like slept in the bat cave. Like, it'd be funny. Like he's about to fall asleep with the computer. It's like, wait, hang on, let me hang upside down next to the bat cage.
yeah, it's ridiculous. So, the Joker, he attempts to go and kill all the other mob bosses, or kidnap them anyways, by killing, I think his name is Anthony. That it's one of the I guess the top mob boss who was his boss is now this other guy who's the boss. And, Joker says that he's going to go and talk to him, and he shakes his hand, and that guy's neck catches on fire before he burns up.
Now, what's funny is that in this scene, there's a guy there who looks like Albert Einstein.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's one of the funny things. Yes. It looks just like him. Albert Einstein on the freaking left of the screen just looks like this guy.
I'm like, I didn't know Albert Einstein was an associate of the Joker.
No, well, apparently he is. You know, I don't understand the concept of the buzzer, like, or the science. I guess I don't understand the science of the buzzard, uh, because he grabs the guy's hand and the guy is on fire enough to where he turns into a skeleton, and there's no pain happening to the Joker,
Well, it's like Bethesda said, it just works.
and it just works. There you go. So, fine. Later on, we're seeing the Joker cutting some pictures, and I'm sorry, not I'm too far. I'm too far. So Vicky Vale starts following Bruce Wayne to figure out what the fuck is up with him. He's making moves to go see where his parents died, and she goes and investigates even further. Um, Later on, all the mob bosses apparently have given the Joker control of all of Grissom's businesses, and we got these mimes that show up, and they're doing mime things, and it's fine. It's something the Joker would do. I'm not complaining about it. Vicky shows up, and then the Joker shows up and freaking darts one of them with his freaking pen, and immediately the mimes, they didn't have guns, but now they have guns. I'm like, where the hell did you pull those out of? You guys are wearing skin tight clothes. You just pull guns out of nowhere. Shoots up everybody and leaves. Now, if I'm Batman, I'm like, this guy's still alive?
And what's funny to me is that Bruce Wayne was just standing there and like he got shot in the shoulder and he didn't even like flinch at all. He just kept walking.
Yeah, it's like that happened.
I'm like, oh, okay.
Okay, cool.
I said he's Batman. That's why.
That's why. It's because he's Batman. Okay. So later on in the next scene, we see Joker cutting out pictures for some reason. I'm assuming it's because, they have millions of smiles on them, and people are dead in these pictures, and they're smiling. But I love it. It's making me laugh. I'm loving it.
I like this Joker a lot.
I do. I didn't realize how much I liked it. I didn't realize how much I missed it. But I'm an adult, and I was a kid when I saw this, so I just thought he was just being weird. I see this now for what it is, and it's great. Okay.
It's great stuff.
Great stuff.
It's kind of like comic book Joker a little bit. It just came off the page.
Yeah. So the next scene is a news scene where one of the anchors is talking, and she laughs herself to death. Okay, and immediately the freaking the Joker commercial shows up.
It's really good.
It's great. It's great. I love it. I'm loving it so much. This is exactly what the comic book Joker would do. Fantastic. Love it.
And then I guess that's why animated series Joker would do something similar to this.
Yes. Yes. Turns out the Joker has gotten a crap load of chemicals at the source, and he decided to go ahead and freaking taint all these hygienic products with those chemicals. So because of that, no one is taking showers at all. And I didn't realize this. I just like, ugh, this fucking bitch is ugly, No, turns out she's not wearing makeup. Dude has pimples all over his face, because nobody's freaking taking showers. Nobody's taking showers at all.
No one's using soap.
No one, because they don't know what the deal is. So the Joker ends up meeting Vicky Vale at a museum restaurant. I'm pretty sure that museums have restaurants. I haven't been to one, so this is weird to me. Okay.
I do like seeing where Joker destroys all the paintings and stuff.
Yeah, the Joker comes in, plays some prints, and starts destroying all the artwork in the museum. It's great. I like it. And then Batman shows up. And like I don't I look at the scene. I mean, maybe you guys can look at the scene too. I look at the scene. I still can't really tell how Batman entered the glass. Like I think he came in feet first, but I think he came in head first and then flipped over to his feet. I'm not sure.
Also, like every time Batman does something like this, I'm always like, is he just standing there like just waiting for
Just
some?
waiting for the perfect moment because Vicky Vale's about to get killed by the Joker. He shoots acid at her face, and even though he misses, Batman's just standing there, just looking, just like,
He's like, not yet.
not yet, not yet. Okay, here we go. He's laughing. Now jump in, and then he sticks a gun in his face.
And the Joker was like, oh,
That this is it for me. It's over. But no, it's a grappling gun. I'm like, wait a minute, dude. You've killed people already in this movie.
you could have just used a gun.
Shoot him in the face. Movie's over.
It's funny is that he even made the Joker even made the face like, oh, I'm dead.
That's it. So they bail out of the museum and into the Batmobile, and the whole Batmobile chase scene is awesome. I love it. Batman fights all the bad guys later on. It's great. I love it.
I just like him one-shotting everybody.
He pretty much is one-shotting every single person.
It's like he's playing the Arkham game like on God mode.
And yeah, and he's just boom, he's gotten the top tier combo already built up.
Yep.
And it's just one shot in everybody.
He's just doing the takedowns.
Yeah. So he does take Vicky Vale to the Batcave because she's been taking pictures this whole time, and this is how we discover that the entire plan has been discovered. And the entire time that they're going there, she's trying to figure out who's under the costume. And Batman's like, "Stop looking at me, bitch."
She keeps looking at him like, huh.
Stop looking at me. So if she's driving, he hits a light switch and it blinds her. I'm like, you have that? So what? Just in case people get in your car, you got a light switch that just does. Why is that there? Ridiculous. But I love it. I don't give a shit. They get to the Batcave and Bruce Wayne has a fucking bat in a cage. I don't know why.
Like a single bat.
Like one bat. I don't know why.
What's special? Is this a vampire in there? What's in there?
I don't know. So, anyways, Bruce Wayne takes Vicky Vale back to her house, and then as Batman, then later shows up as Bruce Wayne.
The whole Superman Clark Kent thing.
Yeah, and he shows up and he wants to tell her that he's Batman because he's in love with her, right? But then the Joker shows up and he shoots him. After a lot of stuff like, you want to get nuts? I'm like, why are you doing that, Bruce?
It was so cool. Lego Batman movie did it too.
I don't remember. I never saw that one, so
Oh yeah. Well, they did it during.
I mean, I did see the Lego Batman movie. It was great.
Yeah.
I did see. I bought it.
Yeah.
I own it. What's going on in my life? I don't remember what I bought. Anyways, he gets shot by the Joker, and then he disappears. And I'm like, she doesn't technically know you're Batman still at this point, but I mean, you're not giving her, anything to like disprove it at all. Like he's not even hiding it that he's Batman in front of her.
Yeah.
So
at least Clark Kent tried.
Yeah, he tried, but he also had that mind erasing kiss as well. So there's that.
So he didn't really have to.
He didn't have to try. I mean, he's probably kissing dudes too. So
yeah,
you're Superman. Ah, shit.
Oh no, not this guy.
I guess I gotta kiss him. Guess I gotta do it. So Vicky Vale finally tells us through her eyes what happened to Bruce Wayne's parents. And I think this is the first time that I remember ever seeing Bruce Wayne's origin where his parents were killed in front of him.
So I'm like, well, I think this is the first time I probably remember too. And I was like, oh, okay, that's the origin. Okay, interesting. And then, all these other movies happen. And
then we pretty much saw it from then on.
And I was like, oh, that's the origin. Okay, I just want to make sure.
It's like, okay, getting a little old. All right, we're done. So after this, Alfred lets Vicky Vale into the Batcave.
He just does.
Just into the Batcave. I hated this scene as a kid. I still kind of hate it now.
I was like, why, Alfred?
Why, dude? Did she have to come in here?
Batman wasn't ready.
Batman wasn't ready. Alfred led her back there.
Alfred's like, just get in there.
Just go. I'm just gonna show. I'll take you to where Bruce is. Like, dude, why would you let her in here? What the fuck is your problem?
I feel like Alfred in this movie was just trying to just do everything to make Bruce mad. He was just doing the opposite. He's like, oh, yes.
Yeah, this is what he wanted.
Yeah.
That's what he wanted. Anyway, so Batman gets dressed up because it's the final scene, third act, and Batman decides I'm gonna go to Ace Chemicals and just blow that son of a bitch up. And that's exactly what he does. And then
Arkham Knight style.
Yeah, and then the car drives out, and you realize he wasn't even in the car the whole time. Like, oh, okay. So I love the scene, but then the very next scene is my favorite scene in the movie. I mean, they all are, but
And the whole thing, every scene's my favorite.
every scene's my favorite scene, except for when Vicky Vale goes to the Batcave.
And Batman hanging upside down.
That was fun.
Oh, okay.
That was fun.
Okay.
So the Joker's plan is to kill everybody in Gotham. So he dumps $20 million, I guess, of fake cash because it looks fake on the Joker's head later on. But and then he'll poison all of them with Joker gas, right?
I'm just like, great parade, man. I always remember this scene.
Yeah. And then we'll see the Batwing, and the Batwing looks cool. It just does. He comes in, he takes all of the balloons that the Joker has into space, I guess, to poison the atmosphere. And then he comes back and he's shooting at the Joker with his locked missiles and guns and everything, misses everything.
He shoots everyone else, but misses the Joker. And when I saw this, I'm like, Joker, like, he was like inches away from death. I was like, oh, that's his plot armor he activated.
He turned it on. And Batman couldn't hit him.
Batman was like, what?
And then the Joker shoots him with his gun.
Joker's like, movie's not over yet. My plot armor still works.
Yeah. So this crashes the Batwing, and the Batwing freaking model slides across a model of Gotham and into a model of the church, and blows up next to a model cars, and you can just see it. Especially, I couldn't see this when I originally saw it, and I pointed it out to you, and now you can't not see it. I don't care. They got the job done, and I like it. So the Joker forces Vicky Vale to go into a church, right? And while they're walking up to the top floor, when they get to the very top, he shoots his posy that has acid in it, and it knocks the church bell, off the roof and into the belfry.
Yeah, when I first watched this, it didn't register in my brain that it was acid. I'm like, oh, he's just shooting pee that melts stuff.
Yeah, because how else are you gonna get a bell downstairs? This means that the cops can't get in there. So from what we can see, only Batman and Vicky Vale and the Joker are in that building.
Yeah.
Right? But then 3 guys come out and fight him. One at a time because they're fucking idiots.
I guess they climbed up the side.
I don't know how they got up there. But the first guy came out with freaking, I guess, blades on his feet, and Batman pulls out his bat nut stopper.
Whatever that thing is. He pulled it out, and I was like, yeah, of course he has that.
Yeah, and then the second guy jumps from a high ledge and falls through the floor. And then the third guy, the black guy, comes in and beats the shit out of Batman.
I was like, damn.
He's beating the fuck out of him.
I didn't remember Batman struggling this much. I just remember him fighting this guy and having a little bit of a struggle, but I see this guy just throw Batman through like walls and stuff. I'm like, okay.
And then of course Batman kills him.
Well, he didn't kill him. The guy could have caught himself.
Yeah, it's not Batman's fault that Batman threw him off a building.
Yeah, the guy should have just
he should have gotten his utility belt.
Use his grapple gun.
I got one. You mean everybody doesn't have one? Anyway, so um, once the bad guys are beaten up, Vicky Vale sees Batman and she realizes I gotta get the Batman to come over here and kill the Joker. So I'm gonna start kissing Batman, and she
You mean the
starts.
Joker?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, the Joker. I'm gonna start kissing Joker. So she starts kissing, and she's kissing all over him, and everything like that. She gets down into a position where you're like Joker's like this is about to happen, and I'm sitting there thinking like Vicky Vale, how far were you about to go?
And what's funny is that Batman just stood there and he's like, I'll just wait.
See how far she's about to go. Like, Batman, are you gonna do something? I can't. I'm not gonna keep kissing here on my knees. Of course, Batman does show up and he does beat the shit out of the Joker. Um,
I just like how he said, "You ever dance with the devil in the pale moonlight?" And he punches him so hard and it just rocks him. He's like,
but like this entire time, he's like doing stuff that I know the Joker would do. He pulls out fake teeth. He pulls out, a fake hand
and glasses.
And
You
still
wouldn't hit a
gets
guy
beat
with
up.
glasses, would you?
Yes, I would. I mean, it's insane. He does punch the Joker off the church, and the Joker does grab him and Vicky Vale and freaking pull them over somehow, yeah, and have them hanging off the side of a building. I don't know how he pulled them off.
And then he starts dancing on him.
Yeah,
He's like Fortnite.
it was great. I love it. It's like he's hamming it up. It's fantastic. It's great. He finally gets his helicopter. His helicopter's coming, and Batman shoots a grappling hook that happens to wrap around a gargoyle and the Joker's leg. And of course, the Joker can't take this because it's heavy as fuck, and he falls off the helicopter into his death.
It's funny how like usually when Joker falls off of stuff, they usually show him slowly falling and laughing, but on this one, it's just a real zoom. It's like ah,
Yeah, it's gone. He's quick. It's out.
you don't even see him hit the ground. He just zooms right past.
It's like, well, and that's the end of Joker. You know, um, then of course things wrap up. The movie's over pretty much, and you'll end the movie with Batman.
Sending a letter.
He sent a letter.
He was like, "You use this signal to fight all the evildoers." I'm like, he said that.
That's what he said. And we see the Batman looking at the bat symbol at the end, and this movie is fantastic.
Great movie.
It's a great movie.
I was surprised how much it actually holds up still.
Yeah, it's a fantastic movie. I didn't think I thought it was gonna be super hammy. I wasn't gonna like it. I wasn't gonna dig it. But
I thought it was gonna be boring and something, but it was like actually pretty good.
It was entertaining as hell. And for me, what are you giving this movie?
I kind of want to give it a 5. I kind of do.
You want to give this movie a 5? I'm giving it the highest 4 possible. I love this movie. It was great.
I'm giving it a 5 because it showed me the Joker for the first time.
I mean, nostalgia's a bitch, son. It just is.
Yeah.
And I love it. I love it. I love it a whole lot. It's great. And we got like more Batman movies to talk about. There's like so many Batman movies.
I'm sure Batman will return.
You had to say it, didn't you? You had to say it. Oh, damn it. Yeah, and you know what? On that note, we will return. Jugg and Son returns. But that's okay because the next one will be available
when it's ready.